Just 6,000 years ago, the Sahara Desert was a vibrant green landscape dotted with lakes and rivers, teeming with wildlife. This transformation began due to climate shifts caused by changes in Earth's orbit and axial tilt, altering the monsoon patterns. As rainfall decreased, the lush vegetation started to vanish, and desertification took hold. The once thriving ecosystems faced extinction as water sources dried up. Evidence from ancient lake beds and fossilized plants reveals the region's rich biodiversity. Today, the Sahara stands as a stark reminder of how climate can reshape our world.
Have you ever wondered how it would be if it rained in the Sahara Desert, the driest place on Earth? A rare and unexpected rainfall event is about to unfold across the Sahara Desert. According to a recent study from Severe Weather Europe, a large part of the Sahara will get well over 500% of normal rainfall in the months of August and September 2024. Such events are very rare, less than once per decade on average, but they often signal a potential shift in the Earth's weather system, suggesting an abnormal atmospheric condition. Sahara is called the driest place on Earth because it receives little to no annual precipitation. It is the world's largest and hottest desert, extending from the Atlantic Ocean to the Red Sea. On the contrary, just south of the Sahara is a region that is dense with green forest cover. This tropical belt along the Earth's equator receives ample amount of rainfall because of the Intertropical Convergence Zone, or ITCZ. So ITCZ is a zone around the equator where a band of clouds, showers, storms and rainfall is formed when the trade winds from both northern and southern hemispheres converge.
The Sahara is blooming with life. NASA has released satellite images. They capture the desert's green shift, with plant life popping up everywhere, adding color to the typically arid land. Why is this happening? Is it a cause for celebration or a sign of devastation? Our next report tells you.
This is the Sahara Desert. It spans across North Africa with an area of more than 9 million square kilometers. It is the largest hot desert in the world. But for scientists, the Sahara is like a large open-air museum, where the shifting sands and the weathering bring up ancient landscapes from a bygone era. Did you know that thousands of years ago, the Sahara was nothing like it is today? It was home to lush greenery, packed with lakes and rivers, even forests. So the Sahara is an immense data bank. It can tell us what climate change can do to a region, how it can affect landscapes and civilizations, how it can turn a savanna brimming with life into one of the hottest and driest places on Earth. Because today, we are witnessing this shift once again. But this time, climate change is taking the Sahara back to its roots. NASA has released satellite images of the desert. They show a dramatic transformation. The Sahara is shifting green. You can see the influx of color from space. Over the past few months, the region has witnessed heavy rainfall, so plants are growing across the desert, especially in Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia and Libya. These are generally treeless landscapes. They rarely receive any rain. But now, green shoots are sprouting up across these regions. Now, considering the region's history, this is not completely unusual. The Sahara looks like a desert, but when a deluge of rain pours in, everything starts greening quickly. Plant life starts to sprout. Nature responds readily. What's unusual is the rate at which this is happening. The flora may look pretty, but this is a devastating sign of the things to come. Climate change is changing the tracks of storms. In Africa, it has moved the storm system northward. So rainfall in the region has become stronger and more frequent. Within a matter of days, North Africa received a year's worth of rainfall. So typically dry areas like Niger, Chad, Sudan, Libya and Egypt have received more than 400% of their typical rainfall since July. Now there is catastrophic flooding. About 4 million people have been severely impacted and the Sahara Desert is about 6 times wetter than it should be. Meanwhile, because the storms have shifted, some countries that should be getting more rainfall, like Nigeria and Cameroon, are getting fewer rains. They received between 50 to 80% of their typical rainfall since July. Scientists say this is only the beginning. Climate change is disrupting seasons, making natural disasters worse and inviting major consequences. So, while the Sahara looks fascinating with its newfound greenery, this is no cause for celebration.